Almighty morning. We got a lot of craziness going on. This is adjust now. Edit privacy. Done. Okay. I don't know what's going on with your Facebook. Yeah, this is a different day, huh? Oh, there's a 1 minute. Almighty morning, everyone. We do have people on. Thank you for coming in. Done. Change. Okay. We've
You're
been
going
on
to take my phone with you.
Yeah, your plumbing business would love that, Scott. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the end of leap year. Yes, this is the end of February as well. And we have a special guest with us. Please introduce.
Mr. Kirby Wood. He's my favorite acupuncture guy. For those of you in the Phoenix area, he realigns me every week. He sticks the needles in, and then I watch them jump out when I'm done. And along with that, there's deep philosophical Chinese, what would I say, wisdom? Anyway, so he's with us this morning. Hi, Jess. And hello, Pam Shore. And Kevin Blast. Now, Kevin, I'm talking for Kirby's benefit here. Kevin is he's sort of a cohort, so are Jess. What Julie and I don't think of, they do.
And Pam also helps out on our chats as well. And she is from our Monday night class. We met her last year. I can hear you. Don't open the door. I just shut it for a reason.
I can't hear you.
Kirby, can you hear me at all?
I can, yes.
Barely.
You can turn up your volume then. Oh, I hear the delay. I hear the delay through your speakers.
Yeah.
Okay. And Pam is also on. I've got to shut the door. I hear that too much. Okay.
Call me when the show's over.
You're fine.
Go back.
Can you hear me now?
Cup of
Can
coffee
you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
with a delay.
Okay. Well, that's what you're supposed to do. I know you're used to me sitting right there with you, but
I don't like change.
but you like Kirby being here. But you like Kirby being here, don't you?
Yes.
I love the delays. Okay, I hope everybody has shared and all that good stuff. But Kirby, can you tell us a little bit about your background? I know that Scott did a little bit, but
Sure, absolutely. I graduated from school here in Phoenix, the Phoenix Institute of Herbal Medicine and Acupuncture. I've been licensed for 8 years at this point.
Already?
Yeah, I'm an acupuncturist. I do herbal body work. I have a whole range of offerings. Happy Pisces.
And he knows stuff too.
Yeah, sometimes it's getting me to shut up is the trick.
He gets very deep in thought
Yes, indeed.
and explanation, but that's all good. Happy Pisces new moon. Thank you, Jess.
yep.
Any other Pisces out here? I'm one.
I am as well.
Oh, Jess. Okay. There's two.
I know. Very emotional.
Me? Moi?
Yes.
Pisces is about emotions because of water, right? You don't agree?
Oh, it's water. Oh, there's two Pisces. There's the dreamer and there's the realist.
So which one are you guys?
Well, I have dream, but I'm not the I'll get up and get stuff done.
I am very much the dreamer.
Woohoo, new moon, Bonnie
Mr.
will tell us.
Beanie, Katera, I could say your name. How are you on? She's in Houston. Jess is in Tennessee.
Kevin is in New York. Mr. Beanie, where are you at? Welcome in, Mr. Beanie. This is Kirby, our special guest. And I'm in A different room. I was going to say what Scott would say to where I'm at. Hi, Sierra. Welcome in. And Victor. Victor, meet Kirby. Sierra, meet Kirby. This is Kirby. They're all popping in now.
Okay, are we getting questions lined up? Do we have a theme? Does anybody care about evolving here, or are we just going to say hello to each other all morning?
Well, we usually greet people. Why are you don't like change, and now you want to change things up? What?
I only like change that I instigate.
Yeah.
Okay. When not to start. Yes.
Mr.
Oh, that's right. Mr.
Mr.
Beanie.
Beanie, I thought you were, for some reason, I associated you with England, but Mr. Bean, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Kirby. My sister has that middle name.
Saying, let's relax.
We got to get the vibrations up.
Now, Victor
Okay,
is in Sweden.
Nice.
Yeah. And he just moved.
Pam
Krabby Scott. Ooh. Yeah. He was doing fine, but you're right. Change is kind of.
Is this where I say it takes one to know one? I love you, Pam. I love you.
Yes, we do love Pam. And she's great. Like I said, she's on Tuesday night class. So hopefully, Scott, you will come on Tuesday night class. And Kirby, you're always welcome to come too. We have 2 hours of just practice and stuff. Oh, Beanie like Mr. Bean. And see, when I see Beanie, I think of Beantown, which is Boston, for those of you who don't know. Oh, here we go. Here's a good question. That's our first question of the day.
And Pam and I were talking about that last night. That is good. She's, of course, our assumption is past life somehow, some way. But, it's like the Walmart syndrome. You walk into Walmart on Saturday morning and all you want to do is run for your life. She gets that feeling being in an average room with people. She has to stand back and get away from the crowd.
I had an instructor in acupuncture school had this really cool trick. It was being self-aware. He could actually create a bubble of space around him. And he took us to the mall and went up the escalator 2 times. The first time, his bubble of space was I'm invisible, and they were completely crowded. Everybody was just completely crowded around him. There was no space to move whatsoever. He came back down and went back up the second time, and it was very much I need a bubble of space, and it was crazy. He was the only one for 3 steps anywhere around. Like it was just a complete bubble void with him in the center of it. It's sometimes it's just being that self-aware and knowing where we are mentally and where our heart is, and creating that space that way.
So he willed that space.
Kind of. More that I'm feeling overwhelmed, therefore I need to have that space, and almost what we're creating is a change in the world where that's uncomfortable for other people to encroach upon. Like they just feel repelled rather.
So I'm thinking about Pam and having talked to her last night. What she's, when she gets, I don't know whether Pam, is it a claustrophobic feeling with you, or she says she can command that space. Mm-hmm. Oh, good. We hadn't talked about that.
Welcome in, KK. We missed you on Tuesday, and Kevin was there and was ready with his horse jokes. Okay.
So what Pam, though, that people, well, then that's an energy she's attracting.
Yeah, sometimes that feels really, really good. So we want people to stay close to that, even though as somebody that doesn't necessarily feed off of people and kind of has to have a limit, we have to be aware of that in ourselves, right? So people will interact with us based on the permissions that we give them.
It's funny because I know Pam from some local get-togethers, and I just want to walk up and hug her. So see, it's your fault.
Have some self-control, Scott. Have some self-control.
Is that what it is?
It's the light she's putting out, the light and love she's putting out.
High priestess energy. Well, of course, you're the princess, right? But there is something very drawing about you. So now we've got this tug of war going on.
Right.
I don't want people near me, but I'm throwing out energy. Come near me, come near me, come near me. So I guess you got to decide what you want.
Oh, admire me at a distance. That's what I get.
Which one? What was it?
Saying admire at a distance. So in other words, like I need that that fulfillment, that space or whatever, but over there.
Don't get too close.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Look at me from afar. I'm pretty, but.
I knew that's what was going on with her. That explains everything.
Stay at arm's length.
Yeah. Okay, but why would you do that?
Why not?
Think
Some
this way.
people
In
don't
ancient
like that.
times, priestesses were, or priests for that matter, were cloistered. They were far, far away, right? And so we were, I guess to say it a different way, one can be a lantern to shedding light on the world, but one has to be really, really high to be able to cover
Shed
a
the
large
light.
area, right? So the higher you go, the more difficult it is to get to, but the larger your area of illumination, so to speak.
Yeah, but I'm in conflict here. So you're a person sending out all this attractive energy, like a lightning bug.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody starts coming to you, and you go, no. You keep your distance.
Well, but then what does a lightning bug do? It gets higher in the air, right? So you're trying to grab it, and it's going. Right?
Or it's like celebrity,
Or celebrity. Yeah.
celebrity energy. So people want this fame, and then once they get it, all they try to do is get away from it, or they want to be left alone.
Well, I think that, in my opinion, they're missing the whole point. We don't attain greatness so that we can bask in our own glory. We attain greatness to help bring other people along with us, right? And the way you do that is you climb the mountain.
But she gets smothered.
Right.
Am I right, Pam?
So climb the mountain.
You get this feeling of being smothered if what you draw starts coming at you, and then you feel like you can't breathe, and then you back up and sort of choke and gasp and run for the door with your hair on fire. Am I accurate with that? As I know you? I'm not making light of it. I'm trying to put the pieces together.
Right.
And understand it. Because I go into a bar, I want everything to jump on top of me, but nobody does. It all runs.
See, you're putting out.
Petted is also a turnoff, that's for sure.
The need to feel what?
The need to feel petted is also a turnoff for sure.
Yeah, she says have to escape, but stay near. Okay, I'm in conflict here. That's a whole conflicting situation. Come here, but don't get too close. Come here, don't get too close. You get too close, go back.
Well, back to the priestess. They're on a pedestal, people, and that's why they're above and they're watching their flock. They're not engaging with their flock. Does that make sense?
I get that, but now the flock wants to be nearer, and the flock starts running over.
No, but be near her. You can be in her energy without smothering her. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Try to help others, but don't want their damage.
Exactly.
Okay, so you want to help somebody, but you don't want to take on their emotional. Well, that's a matter of learning to block that part, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to take it on, unless you don't realize that you're taking on and don't know how to shed it or reflect it.
Well, someone who's been working on this for quite a while, like you have, Scott. You've been working on spirituality and metaphysics as a metaphysician for a while. You're used to it, but you love the affection and
Adulation and praise and worship, yes, all of that.
yes, but others want to share their love and all, but they don't want to be smothered.
It's too much responsibility. That's what it is. I'm serious.
I don't believe it's too much responsibility. Again, with we've talked about your experiences in your love life and how the fantasy gets over with. Okay. Well, for those who project love all the time or help and caring and all that, to want to be to people who want to control them. That's where we're at our wits' end. Those of us who love projecting the love.
Yeah, but where I'm going with Pam, and it's coming in now,
Okay.
you put out this energy, but there's part of her that doesn't feel worthy of receiving that
Right.
adulation.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
just hitting me like a brick. But she hasn't got that conflict worked out yet. So now the question is, I've got all this priestess energy, and she does attract. I've
Mhm.
seen it.
Yep.
And I saw it last night as she was repelling it as it came near her. And she's gasping for air and stepping backwards, and I'm being dramatic when I say all of that. But that's a worthiness issue on her side.
Hmm.
Why is everybody being so nice to me? I don't deserve this. I'm going to throw that out, Pam, for your consideration. That's what's hitting me at the moment. So
And I think that's more in her left brain as well. It's her ego. What?
she says she's a lighthouse, but the boats run up on the rocks.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. We were talking priestess, but I think the lighthouse is a much better. Because, yeah, they
Oh, I
want to
could be
come
so crude
near,
right
but
now.
no, remember, you can come close, but not too close with the
Yeah,
lighthouse.
but there again though, that's that deserving. Oh, Jess, good words. Um, that's that deserving thing. I don't deserve these boats to be up on my rocks. Why are they up on my rocks? I don't. Go away, go away. Or you feel guilty because you've brought them into the rocks. Look, oh my gosh, I attracted them. I'm not worthy of. I can't live up to their expectations, and I wish they
Yes,
wouldn't come over here, and on and on and on.
exactly, Kevin, exactly. You're leaving out the difference between male and female. You're attracted by females, Scott.
I'm processing.
Okay. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, that.
I'm with you on that, Pam, too. I understand that. But her female side of her is attracting you and others. Her priestess side is attracting you and others.
That's still a conflict though. There's two things crashing in there.
Yeah.
I can feel it. I can't define it.
And yes, and Kevin said it before, Victor saying it, balance. It's all about balance. But she's still getting there.
Oh, I could be so crude again. Maybe
Don't
she
be
just needs to
crude.
be slapped around a little bit.
Not. No violence here. You know better than that.
I love you, Pam. I love you, Pam.
The witch wound. Please explain, Miss Jess. And Jess is of the line, so I'm sure she understands this better than some.
The witch wound. I find that. Please define. I have never heard that before.
Yeah, I asked. We'll see. Yeah, past life regression may help.
It's funny you should say that. We're doing that Saturday.
After the acupuncture?
Yeah,
Right after or later?
right after.
Wow. For Pam?
But yes, but I thought we'd get a jump on it here. Maybe we'd get some places to go. This is all interesting.
Wow. So I'm glad you started us out, Pam. This is really good. And everybody's piping in. We've got Kevin and Victor and Jess.
Okay, Pam, looks like we have our work cut out for us.
Yeah. So how much is the past life regression?
Well, here's what I told her. I said, give me $100 or 3 times that amount if you can afford it. And if you can't afford it, pay me what you can. That's what I told. So I don't know where it's going to land.
Okay, here we go. A witch wound is a deep-seated emotional and spiritual trauma that stems from historical persecution and societal prejudice against women, particularly those accused of witchcraft. Hello, Mr. Don. Welcome in and meet Kirby.
Boy, that's ringing a bell with me, Jess. Wherever you found that.
That's what she knows. That's a truth. Right on, Jess. Yes, exactly. Yeah. I love how.
Were you burned at the stake in Salem? Ooh, maybe we'll go to Salem for your past life. Good morning, Mr. Donald. And for those of you that haven't met him before, this gentleman next to me is Kirby. He's my favorite acupuncture guy. He's here in the Phoenix area.
Isn't he your only acupuncture guy?
Yeah, he's my favorite.
Yeah.
So far, I haven't found a better one. It's like dating. You don't know till you know.
But I know you're very good. I've heard great accolades for you. So
Okay, Pam. Will that hold you till Saturday? Are we good?
till tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, yeah. 24
No,
hours.
the other Saturday.
Is this the 15th, 16th? No, it isn't.
I have so much to process here. Male energy, priestess, male energy conflicting with priestess energy. Don't come near me, but I love you. Come near me anyway. Let's see what else we got to do. I will dwell on this. It's my way.
And what was the words you were given this week? Au contraire, mon cher.
I guess I should tell that story. I was telling everybody. I was talking to Julie about this because she is a little bilingual. I am not at all. But I was arguing with my team, if you want to call them that. I was in conflict with something they were telling me I should consider. And of course, I was debating with them, and then I made a statement, and they came back, au contraire. And I went, what? And they said, au contraire. Not my verbiage. I promise you, it was them. It was not me. And I just started laughing hysterically. They were obviously trying to make a point. So then I went to Julie. I said, guess what they just said to me? And I was trying to think of something we could put in the show. Instead of proclivity, we could say, au contraire. So, on the contrary, in French, yes, I got it. But I've never had something from the other side use that phrase on me, but they were driving home a point, apparently. They never do that. So anyway, au contraire.
Yeah,
I'm not allowed to disagree with anything we say. On the contrary.
contraire. Oops.
I like the way that rolls off my tongue.
Well, I like this because it almost. I was going to say it. It rhymes. Au contraire, mon cher.
Mon chéri. I know what that
Yeah.
means.
You can mon chéri or mon cher.
I hear that in the bars a lot too.
Yeah, I bet. This is when you were a flight attendant going to Paris, or?
I never got out of the country. Actually, I got to Mexico once. That's as far. Got into Canada once. That was it. I was pretty domestic.
Okay, and we have others asking for. I hope that helps, Pam. At least for what, 24 hours or so.
Yeah. We'll report back next week what happened.
Sounds good. We haven't seen Davy or Gupta in, so we can't have reports from them. Let's see. Oh, Jess, you said you wanted a reading, and you were in here. So where's Jess's reading? Void moon is when to not start something new. Yes, a void moon is when you finish up things. Okay, I thought I saw that Jess wanted to read. Oh, here we go. This is for Jess.
Get this one.
And
Perfect.
Kirby, whatever feeling you get for Jess, please.
Yeah, let her have it.
Don't worry about Scott. He's just miffed. She's got a boyfriend. That's all.
You weren't supposed to tell her that.
She knew already. You gave her a hard time for it, but yeah. He came in a couple weeks ago, so it was nice to see him on Left.
Oh, Lilith. That is profound, Pam. That's exactly who you act like. Lilith. Good analogy.
Which
I
Lilith?
love Lilith, by the way. I thought she was a great character.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you meant the Black Moon or not. Okay.
Oh, the one on Kramer. That's the one
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
She was so dry.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
I
She
saw
loves
that.
you too,
Yeah.
Scott.
Now,
What
now
were
I can
you?
go on the
Yes.
rest of the day. I
What
can
were
breathe.
you?
Who are we working on? I'm confused. Oh, we're
Yes.
working on. Oh, okay. Well, then I'll get serious here. Jess.
You can do that.
That's her question right there. Okay.
Jess. You're in turmoil, kiddo. What's going on? You're torn between, you're conflicting, and you're sort of in the middle of the road, and I'm feeling a like stuck feeling. It's a decision you're torn between two outcomes that you're not sure which way to move, not sure which outcome to go toward. But they're saying take a deep breath and relax, because you know enough about this it'll come to you. You're worrying about it too much. Stop thinking about it, whatever it is. I have an idea what I think it is,
Let go.
but
Let go.
they're saying you're way too smart to put yourself through this. I know you. I know your what do I say, your intuitive side, but just it's the old thing. Julie and I talk about this. It's so easy to read other people, and yet when you got to look at yourself, you go, how the heck am I going to do this? But you can tell somebody else with the same problem which direction to go very clearly. But they show me you closing your eyes and just relaxing about it. You're putting too much energy around the concern for the outcome. They're saying either way it'll work out fine, but you're fretting over nothing. Those are their words. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, but I'm going to go with that. Kirby, what are you getting?
And there's all.
Well, it's
Yeah,
interesting
Kirby.
as you were talking. I think back to the small intestine. In Chinese medicine, the small intestine is in charge of sifting and sorting. So it's taking all this data. Anytime that a decision or any kind of forward motion is needed, taking all this data and breaking it down into what I learned as a Ben Franklin, and that's basically the pros and the cons, right? Pros on one side, cons on the other. Whichever list is longer is where the decision goes. The small intestine, though, isn't the decision maker. It passes all that information off to the gallbladder, and the gallbladder is the decision maker. The small intestine is really, what is it that I really want to create? What is it that's really important to me? And so sometimes when we get stuck in these conflicts, stepping back a little bit and just allowing things to unfold and to be able to really look at, again, those pros and cons. Oftentimes the decision pops right out at us, and we don't have to think about it so much. We just have to do.
Yeah, but you're a feeler, Jess. You can feel your way through this. I think you're putting too much mental effort into it. Yeah, you definitely know tune into your feelings. You're forgetting that. I don't know why, but you're doing it. I think as soon as you close your eyes and take a deep breath, you're going to go, oh, that's the way I got to go.
Exactly, Kevin. Don't live in a future that is not yet written. In other words, don't worry about tomorrow. Trying to work on gut health. Oh, and you were talking about that. The
Isn't
small
that
intestine.
interesting?
Now, interesting, like Jess is saying here, I overthink everything. that is oftentimes in Chinese medicine, that's related to the spleen. And what's very different in the modern biomedical allopathic paradigm and Chinese medicine, the spleen is a digestive organ. It is the digestive organ. In fact, it's in charge of transformation and transportation. So taking all of the life experiences, including what we eat and drink, breaking them down into their basest parts and helping those base parts get where they need to be. When we overthink, we are literally blocking our ability to absorb the world around us.
That way to get skinny?
Actually, the complete opposite. When you wear out the spleen, you get fat.
I was thinking if I overthink all the time, then I won't eat. You're too busy thinking.
No, because then anything that you're eating, you're not breaking down, so it's just being immediately stored as protection, as armor to keep the world out.
Huh. That's interesting. But Jess, you know what you're missing? I didn't think of you as an overthinker because I think of you as very sensitive to energy, but feeling is your strong suit if you get out of your head into your, what would I say, feeling side, and which is amazing to me that you aren't more tuned into that, but you're getting there, apparently. Just I sent you as just a feeler from the get-go. Cool.
What about her?
We lost Kirby.
Uh-oh, where did Kirby go?
He's not here.
I hate it when that happens.
Oh, here he comes. Well, no, there he is. All right,
Did you get him back?
Yeah, I think I'm there.
his camera's gone.
I don't know what happened there.
Now he's bigger than me. I'm the star here,
There he
guys.
Okay, yes, Blue Lagoon, you're on the list. Okay, this is for Kirby. Can spleen cause lower back
Not
pain?
directly.
Because that will make
Not directly, but there's two things I want you to think about. Number one, the thing that can cause low back pain is the kidney. Kidney yang rises and feeds spleen yang. So that's all about being able to digest and to break things down. When the kidneys are running low, back pain is a normal side effect. The other thing that often goes along with that is when the spleen energies are being depleted, we tend to put on more, and just from a put on more weight. Sorry, and just from a stemple aspect of that weight, we're going to put a lot of pressure. They say that every 5 pounds of belly fat turns into 75 pounds of pressure on the joints. So not directly, but yes, it can be tied in that way.
okay. And I know this is a joke, but so then if you underthink, will you then lose weight? Asking for a friend.
Well, the less we think, the more we do.
So what are you doing? So if you're active, yes, you will lose weight.
But again, if you, I had a mentor once who I'm hesitant to share this, but I'm going to anyway. Forgive me ahead of time. He oftentimes talked about people that were obsessively compulsively setting goals as mental masturbation. You're not actually doing anything but just wasting time and energy. And so that's where the spleen kind of becomes overworked, and things really start to not be as smooth.
I had a mentor that used that term all the time. Every Friday night for 2 years I heard him use it. You know, you get consumed in your brain.
Yeah.
And you just keep going over. And the other term he would use, grist for the mill.
Mm-hmm.
You're just grinding. And I want to go to, who's the affirmation lady? Louise Hay. And I was reading her book, an old copy of one of her books the other day, and same thing I saw in a video. It was online. And the point was, she says, if you're trying to reprogram, say it 400 times a day, because she said if you're worrying about a problem, you're at least going through your head 400 times a day on that problem,
right,
or the negative programming. So you want to take the opposite and do the opposite 400 times a day. I don't know why it's so much easier to take the negative route and complain and whine rather than making yourself flip. I'm as guilty of that as anybody. I'm just passing that on.
Right.
Yep, me too.
what's that word, you bastard?
Yeah.
Something like that. As opposed to, you angel.
Yes, that's one. Always angel. I am an angel. I have 2 psychics say I'm too dehydrated and need more water.
Interesting. Now you just need a third one to say it and you'll believe them.
Water. I have it with me. And remember, when you're doing this kind of work, Jess, you need more water. You truly need more water. And not the day of, the day before, and the day of, and the day after. Just
Don't they have a lot
keep
of
going.
water in Tennessee? Somewhere?
Maybe snow runoff right now, too.
So did we fix
Okay,
you, Jess?
we have-
At least for this week?
For the moment. And trust yourself. Trust yourself. Oh, we didn't mention the third eye room.
Who are we putting in the third eye room this week?
Well, no, Jess was talking about, I mean, you guys were talking about that she had a decision and her feelings make her overthink. So just put the person that you have to deal with in your third
Why
eye
am I
room.
hearing should I stay or should I go for Jess?
That's a good song. I like that one.
That's where she's torn.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that's it for now. Flooding as it melts. Yes. Okay. Next, Kevin, did you have a question today? Because I have you
Kevin,
next
he
on
said
the
he
list.
didn't want a reading.
Oh, did he? I didn't see it.
He can adulate us. I mean, we're open to that.
He already has, I thought. Maybe not enough for you. Okay. Katira, did you need, keep hearing that song? Oh, this is what. Keep hearing the song that goes, it's all in my
Jess is
head.
just making me think of something. She wants to. I've never tried putting myself in the third eye room. You know what you might do, Jess? Put a younger version of yourself in the room. You know, the traumatized. You just gave me an idea. I'm going to try that. I've never tried going there with my younger, whatever you want to call it. And go to the 3-year-old, Jess. That's what I'm getting. That'd be interesting. Something to do with mom.
And not only that, something to do with her children too. The 3-year-old will help you with your children as well.
So Kevin doesn't want us, doesn't need us.
Aw.
Now we just lost Kirby again.
Did you need to recharge your battery, Kirby?
I'm
I don't
making
know.
sure that I'm connected. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
He's still here if you have questions
All right.
for Kirby. We haven't lost him.
And he can see what's going on. So. Wow. I'm getting some kind of weirdness on here. Anyway, okay. Katira, did you want anything? If not, we will go on. Hi, I need you, just not a reading. He was such a sweetheart on Tuesday, too. Told me I'm very bright, so, as in shining bright, not in intelligent wise, but I appreciate it. Something I needed to hear at the time.
So we're
It
working
was
on Beanie.
Mr. Beanie from Canada.
Up there with the mooses.
I don't know. Is it Meese? I don't know. Okay. Are you still here, Mr. Beanie? Please let us know.
We've lost Kirby's speaker here. I can barely hear you, so if I sound like I don't mean to ignore you if you think I am.
Oh, get rid of this person real quick. Hold on.
Okay, so
Goodbye.
in connection with Mr. Beanie.
Yes, Mr.
They're showing
Beanie
me
is
a boat.
here.
He's sailing. Why are you sailing? Sailing. But they're sailing. You're sailing up the river. You're going against the current, and you don't realize it. What are you fighting yourself about? And you're not conscious of it, is what I'm getting. Like a hummingbird. Julie, you're a hummingbird? I don't know you that way.
If Jess thinks I'm a hummingbird, I appreciate that. Miss A5 says, how are you, my dear? How are things going? I know it's Friday, and I know you really don't care about Fast Food Friday today. Love, blessings, and prayers for you
She's another cohort here.
and family. Navigate those waters, Mr. Beanie, and don't forget the rum.
You see the same vintage boat that I see, Jess. Yeah,
Yes, Miss A5 says just had a birthday on the 26th. So real quick, I'm going to just do this for all you Pisces, since there's 3 in the house, at least 3 in the
you're
house at the
oblivious
moment.
to it, though, Mr. Beanie. That's what I'm getting. You're pushing against. You're working too hard against something, but
Okay.
you don't realize it. There would be an easier course to follow. I'm hearing. If that makes any sense.
I'll do the Pisces happy birthday after. Okay.
He must be in a big
All
delay
right.
here.
Oh. Yeah.
He doesn't know. I keep seeing the boat. I keep hearing things like smooth sailing, but there's just something. You're not watching the currents. A5 says, happy birthday.
Thank you, Mr. Beanie, for that. For her. Okay.
Why am I'm not seeing tumultuous waters. The water is smooth. The boat is going. You're on the bow, sort of looking off in the distance, but something's not right. It's like you're not watching where you're going.
You're looking out the distance, but he's not looking close to home.
Yeah, it's.
Ooh, that's it too.
You think it's smooth sailing. You know when you go, there's something he hasn't taken into consideration, something he's ignoring, something he doesn't want to see, and everything for the moment is good, but he's running. There's potential to run into troubled waters. It's a matter of planning ahead and just being cognizant of the situation. You're not in doomsday by any means, but you're too comfortable where you are. Is where I'm going.
Complacent.
Yeah, something like
Complacent.
that. And it's
that's what
you're not paying attention to some details that are going to sneak up on you and nibble on your back of your leg. Like a mirage. I like that.
So like a mirage. Actually, he's heading into the sun, so he cannot see what's close up. So he's kind of looking under the sun to try and find his way. But
it's not catastrophic,
yeah.
but there is something that would benefit you if you were looking ahead down the road. You know, it's like trying to see. It's the difference between driving behind a truck you can't see on the road as opposed to pulling around in front of the truck and getting a better shot down the highway to get a bird's eye view of what's coming. I think you're not worrying about what's coming. Yes, I'm comfortable. All right, then we're close. We're
Hey, Miss Bonnie.
cluing in on this thing here.
Mhm.
I want to go. It's with business or something you've invested in. It's some sort of I want to go financial.
Oh yeah.
You know when you think you've got money in and all of a sudden it stops. You go, wait a minute. There was a story. There used to be a store here in Phoenix. It was called. It had all very unusual interior products. Son inherited it from the parents, and the son just kept pulling money out of it and didn't pay attention to business. He had people running it, Ence White was the name of the company. It was on radio and TV all the time. Very big company. And the son took it over and walked away from it, just said, you run it. So the powers to be kept running it. Suddenly there was nothing left. And because he had not been paying attention to detail, he had not been monitoring it, he had not been grooming it, he had not been, looking at the balance sheets. So those are, so when you think you've got easy sailing, there's always something you could be paying attention to. And that's what I'm going to stick with. So if you've got some books to look at or somebody's handling your money, let's go there. Maybe you should check on your investments and or finances. They're saying somebody's not telling you the truth here, or somebody's misleading you. So do your own diligence. I'm not hearing is not a word I would use a lot, but I'm going to leave you with that. They're showing me a magnifying glass. Look under the table, see where the money's going. Now we're getting into some detail.
Yeah. And Kirby, what do you think as far as he doesn't have clarity? What do you suggest for him for clarity?
There's a needle for that.
There's a couple of them actually. But we teach that clarity is the province of the heart. So the heart chakra, bringing the center of the chest in the fourth intercostal space is REN 17, CV17. It's a place that helps to, truthfully, it's a descending point. So bring us out of our head into our heart, and therefore clarity. And for us, clarity is very much defined as seeing the world as it actually is, not as we would necessarily have it.
But you just asked if it's strictly finances. There's something that you have entrusted to somebody else and you assume it's being handled correctly. I would tell you to, what do they call it, an audit? Mm-hmm. You better take an audit or look at this on yourself, or bring somebody else in who has a better eye. And they're saying you're too trusting. And I think that's what I'm picking up more than anything else.
Too trusting.
Yeah, you're too trusting. And business is business, life is life. I would tell you to just look over somebody's shoulder, make sure that the ship's going the direction you are being told it's going.
So it might not be strictly finances, but it is something to do with business, because business is not just finances. And I think I know the person you're talking about, Scott, where his family built that. And then, anyway, we'll talk later on that one. So I'm getting it's not strictly finances, because when, we'll say again, a parent sets up a company or whatever, and they do a great job, they promote it, they get a lot of following, and they continue on. But when they pass, someone else has to take over. Well, that other person expects, the descendant expects everything to run as smoothly as it did when the parent ran it. But they're not invested in it. They're not putting the effort into it. So that's what I'm saying.
Word. I liked your word, Julia, that investing. And Beanie just said it before I did. You're too trusting. I'm guilty of the same thing. I take people at face value and assume everything's okay. But I'm saying this just from experience. Take a look at your bank account someday. Have somebody do an audit. Go through the bookwork. And I would put GPS on the employees' trucks.
If they're your trucks, yes, definitely.
I don't know what business you're involved in.
And,
I don't get that you do that, but it's okay to check up on your kids. I thought you were supposed to be at school today.
Yeah.
What are you doing here in the park? Smoking weed.
I'm contemplating life. Sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to put this one up. I love having Kirby on because I learned so much from all of you.
We are pretty smart.
Yeah. Dimension to the reading. Yes. Okay. I hope that helps, Mr. Beanie. And right now I am going to hit the button to say happy birthday to Pisces as soon as I find the
Hey,
button.
while we're thinking about it, like and share us and love us and worship us
Sure.
and all that stuff on the buttons down here. Since you're all here
Oh, come
now.
on. I just
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya.
I hope you like that, Kirby. That was made by Don and love it. It just, yeah.
It's not catastrophic. It's for your consideration and cautionary, so it doesn't become catastrophic.
No, yeah. Right. Uh, okay. All right. Great, guys. Okay, next. Sierra, are you still here? Did you want a reading today? Very good, Jess. And KK, you're here. Then Victor, then Darian. So if any of the first ones, because I know Darian wants a reading, Katira, Sierra, KK, and Victor. If you guys want a reading, please put your question in. Thank you. No, I didn't have a question for the day. Did you guys have a question for the day?
Who are we aiming this at?
Anybody? You just don't.
No, remember, I didn't put a question up today because we were working on
Get a lot of people.
electronics.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I was just saying that
What?
we get a lot of people asking for general questions. If we get a direct questions, it gives us something to target to aim at. But otherwise, look out.
But sometimes, yeah, sometimes we ask questions at the beginning of the day, like what's your greatest fear and stuff like that. Okay, nobody's popping in.
Then we just have to sit here and look cute.
So I guess,
Oh, Darian.
yeah, there's Darian. Darian says, I'm here, I'm ready. Okay, I have a general message. Can I have a general message when it's my turn? It's your turn.
I'm seeing a guitar. What, Darian? It seems like this came up again. Something musical. Didn't we ask?
It did.
He says he's not musical.
I think
I'm
so.
here- I clearly see a guitar. He's plucking the strings, but he's not sure what chords or how to hold his fingers. He's trying. Oh,
Uh-huh.
I'm hearing them say he's trying to play an instrument that he doesn't know how to operate. Not that that's a bad thing. That's you can
No,
certainly
no,
learn.
no.
I like. Oh, that tells me you got a lot of confidence. You're willing to take on stuff that you don't get scared. I mean, you'll try anything once. That's where I want to go. That's not a bad thing. I like the confidence I'm feeling, maybe, but I don't understand the guitar because I've seen that before. But you're okay with it. I like that. We got drums last time on him. Now I'm getting a guitar. Are you a one-man band?
Well, you've gotten guitars in the past too. Maybe not for him, but you've got guitars. Hello, Bounty. Welcome in.
Whatever, Darian. So I'm not getting anything negative about you, Darian. Everything's good. You're willing to take on challenges, and they're telling me it's working well. But they're saying there are challenges ahead for you in the future, but they want you to go at them the same way you would go at learning to play the guitar or whatever instrument you might
Anything
decide
else?
to take up and pursue. But you know, sometimes when the challenge comes up, sometimes it's daunting and looks really big. We don't think we can deal with it. But they're saying go at the big challenges just like you would the little challenges. Just different placements, figure out your rhythm. Oh, very good.
Yeah, thanks, Jess. That's very
That
apropos.
takes me
for
back.
this.
You know, there's only 7 storylines in any given movie.
Mhm.
And when I heard that, I got depressed. You mean there's,
Is that number 3 or number
yeah,
7?
boy loves girl, girl loves boy, boy loses girl, girl loses boy as they find each other. Just watch the Hallmark Channel. They play the same 7 whenever. But I never realized it was that. When I
Yes.
started thinking about it, I thought they're right. They just changed the names and the characters and the situations.
Except when you're talking about Batman and all those, they just keep coming. The same old ones every time.
Okay, well, Darian, you're talking about honing your skills. I think that's great, and if you've got the confidence to do it, you're on track.
Yeah, just keep
Well, they
going.
keep showing me
Keep
the
going.
guitar,
Learning guitar
and the funny thing is, when
is
I
my
see you
bucket
with the
list.
guitar, it's like you're in heaven. You're in sync with this thing. So maybe you're missing the boat by not playing it. You seem like it's a getaway for you.
My guitar's on my bucket list, he says.
Yeah, I saw that. You getting any pins and needles over
Yeah.
there?
Well, one thing I would say, confidence is wonderful. Also, knowing when to ask for help, to seek out mentorship. There's definite times in life where we assume we know it all, and it turns out very poorly. And then there's other times in life where we're really concerned we don't know enough, and that's really when we should be stepping on the pedal, so to speak, and just going all out.
Where's Daddy? I can hear the delay. It's like he's talking to himself. You want to go back out?
Excuse us, the cat had to
Or you
come
want to
in.
go in the
He runs the place.
He doesn't.
Just like any
Did you want to go in the other door? Oh no.
He's very vocal.
He brought a gift. Scott.
Oh, tell him to leave it on the front step.
No, he left it right behind me. Oh my goodness. Okay.
He was excited.
I'm not
to
letting
show
him
you.
in.
I assume it's dead.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'm not going to check its pulse.
I, he was wanting to share. If
Yeah,
any of you are seeing bird spirits around you.
it's not a bird. It's not a bird.
Oh, it's got 4 legs?
It's got 4 legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying not to. I know it's a gift, and it's not. Yes,
The
exactly.
cat is actually Gabriel.
What was that?
Kevin said the cat is actually Gabriel.
Oh, okay.
Sorry for all the confusion. We thought we were letting the cat in to eat. Apparently he's eating out there now.
Yeah, I'm not even going to look what's going on behind me, and I'm glad I've got this.
Okay, anyway. Darian, are you good? Go play the guitar. Be happy.
Um, Darian, I'm seeing you getting a good guitar. They're saying secondhand shop, sort of like the song, bought a guitar in the secondhand shop. Anyway, getting what is it called? Or doing lessons online in front of the computer. That's what I'm seeing. And learning that way.
What
Yeah,
color
it-
was the cat you saw?
Oh, I saw a cat in my dream last night. Yeah, what was the color?
I've never heard of a Cora. What is the Cora? It's got strings on it?
Hmm?
Is that horizontal guitar?
I don't know. What is the Cora? It comes up with something else. Oh,
Gray color. I'm confused.
it's,
the cat color, I think.
Oh, you saw gray in your dreams. Gotcha.
that's a Cora.
Oh.
Okay.
Is that an Oriental? Looks like a banjo in a way.
Says
That's
African.
not fun.
It's an African
Cat.
string. Yeah, the gray I'm seeing outside. It's not a cat, but it's gray. Just saying.
You know an awful lot about guitars. I think you're missing your calling here, sir. Well, that's Kevin.
baby lion, and the lion kept coming for his baby, but was ran away by cat. Went to lion. Okay.
Who else we got?
All right. Sierra, did you want a reading? And then Blue Lagoon. So anybody who's been here before, please let me know. Otherwise, it's Blue Lagoon's turn.
Blue Lagoon.
They were in last week.
I apologize. Are we masculine or feminine energy here? Okay.
Yeah, give a
It felt
reading.
like that. All I see is Bo Derek, or not Bo Derek, Brooke Shields swimming around in nothing.
Oh, you're welcome.
Blue Lagoon in March and April.
What time on Monday, Shelby? Now that you're on here, I have to ask that question. No, I'm not going to be there. I just want to know what time.
Blue Lagoon.
Yes, question mark. As far as how things will go in April, May, we can't really, we only tell you what we get. So it's male. Oh, it's a male.
Okay, so you're not swimming around in a bikini.
No, this is the other guy. That's the other guy.
Yeah, Blue Lagoon.
The other
Anyway,
person in the movie.
okay, let me refocus my energy take here. But I heard the word turmoil, and I'm not saying that to scare you. But if you're asking about a too much range, I'm feeling conflict. I'm feeling a pull. I'm feeling a twist. I'm hearing indecision. I want to go work / career / something like that. I don't think it's personal, but you're torn between two worlds. So let's go here. If you've got two worlds, I'm going to say there's two areas of interest. I'm assuming that you're pursuing one or the other. They aren't related. But they're saying go with the one that feels best. This is like we were talking with Jess. You switch off the brain and go to which one feels right. And play that game with yourself. That will be more of an accurate guide than trying to logically think through it. Also, one of the selections has an issue with a person that's going to be very uncomfortable to deal with. That might be a factor you might consider. There's no synergy there. If there's a synergy option where you feel better with one set of circumstances than the other, I want to tell you to go with that one, because they're just saying synergy is never wrong. It's just your lack or you're forgetting to tune into that factor. If that makes any sense, but I get the sense that you're torn between two things you've got to make a decision on. I want to go job. Are you job hunting? Looking for greener pastures? There's something about it's good where you are, you just don't see the benefit. Sounds like a marriage.
I think sometimes we forget the divinity that is within ourselves, and we get caught up on outside things, how much money I'm going to make, what kind of house I'm going to have, what kind of car I'm going to drive, those kind of things. But at the end of the day, really the only thing that matters is when we allow spirit within ourselves to guide us. Never will we make a wrong decision where we are following our hearts, where we are following our feelings. Even if it doesn't turn out immediately correctly, we will be set on the path where other things will fall into our purview, into our life from following through on that.
My sense is the job is not the issue. Would I be correct there? And the other what I just heard told to me was look at what you've got, not what you don't have.
Exactly.
Because so many of us in relationships, if the thing's 90% right and we have that 10% aggravation point, we focus on the 10% aggravation point and say this is not working. So look at the gifts received or the potential. You know, the other thing that's just hit me with, and this was profound. I worked for a couple recently, and they were up in years, my bracket. Long story short, based on everything that led to the conversation. She said she and her husband grew up together, and you've got to consider that. We tend to get into relationships thinking, nirvana, everything's going to be beautiful, but you're both still evolving. You're both still, what do I want to say, elevating, and you're both finding out who you are. This never ends. So the hope is that you're willing to both work together and shape and hold each other. Ooh, a lot of emotion on that. As you go down through the trestle of life, I guess, for lack of better words. So I tell you, look at gifts received, see what's there, and consider potential. Don't consider what's not in development yet. I think you've got a good thing going, you just don't realize it. And if you don't want her, I'll take her.
And it's the here and now that's important. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, but the here and now.
Will there be?
Always.
Okay, it's only a conflict if you look at it that way. Conflict, I don't like the word because you're anticipating a battle. I want you to take your gun belt off, put it in the closet, and put on some soft mittens, they are saying. But this other side you're dealing with, I sense a lot of loving energy there, FYI. That's what I'm getting. And I think there's a willingness to, what do I say, intermingle, combine, work. You're more apt to walk in with your guns blazing than the other side is. And if you could stop doing that, you're going to hear them a lot clearer, and it'll make sense for you. I think you've got a gold mine in front of you. Just don't let the boulders and landslide cover the entrance. Walk inside and mine the gold. That's not me.
Ooh. Wow.
The more I talk to you, the more I go
Yeah.
on this subject, the better I feel about it. So, any pins and needles?
Actually, when you said be the inner warrior, Victor, he's got to be more the soft side. He is the warrior right now. So more of a balance. I'm sorry, Kirby. Pins and needles?
I don't know necessarily about pens and needles, but I will say that I find very frequently people won't value external because they don't value the internal.
Oh.
So there's that I don't necessarily, like, kind of where we started off the show, really truly, I don't value my place in the world, so it's very difficult for me to value our mutual relationship, our mutual interactions. So when we soften that stance on ourselves a little bit, we find much more fertile ground to grow these relationships and things.
I hate it when he says very profound things like that. It makes me look bad.
I guess I won't be invited back ever
You
again.
say profound. Yeah, and I'm feeling that your solar plexus are very blocked, that you're not trusting yourself, you're not trusting the process. But again, and it's what Kirby says, you got to go within. I mean, it's about you. You've got to figure out what you want, who you are. I don't even think you know exactly who you are right now. And as I'm always saying, infinite, pure, perfect, unconditional love for yourself. This is the Almighty's love for you, that you, when you're filled with unconditional love for yourself, you share in the Almighty's love and you embrace it. And that's when you really feel the difference, and you speak with your heart and you live in love.
You know, you just hit a chord with me, Blue Lagoon, on this old wounds thing. So, old wounds can really mess up a relationship if you're triggered by something the other person is doing and they have absolutely no reason to know what they're doing that's upsetting you, and you're reacting blindly. You've got to share with them, you've got to be vulnerable, and vice versa, so everybody knows the game they're playing. You got to know what's going on in the locker room when you're out on the playing field. Don't be closed off, I'm hearing. Don't be shut down, and don't expect them to understand you on all levels, because they can't unless you share information. But whoever they are, and I have a suspicion, they're really engaged with working with you, being part of your world. So I wouldn't throw this one away quickly, however that works for you.
And last week we did talk to Davy Jones, and Davy Jones had made the decision to communicate and find out what was going on. And the changes in Davy were profound because he did the work and he unraveled a lot of pain and a lot of mess in his head. So when you do the work with, you go within and you truly work with you, then you can fix anything.
Kevin's got a good point here. It's that light bulb moment that goes off and you go, dang, I really have to deal with this. I really have to look up this. This is really what's going on. And then it's your choice. You can shove it back down again and forget about it, or you can clear the slate and move on. That's the growth is in the pain or the discomfort. I don't like the word pain. It's in the discomfort. But the desire to get through the discomfort is what speeds up the process of healing.
Okay, and you were talking earlier, all of us were talking about the, what am I thinking of? It's not what you don't have, it's what you have. And giving people the time in your brain where you're battling back and forth about what happened, let it go, because it doesn't help you in the here and now when you can
You know,
learn the
Julie and I have
Go
talked
on.
about it's choosing to react and how you're reacting. Am I going to react to learn from this, or am I going to react to get even with somebody? Am I going to react to defend myself emotionally? Or I would go, Julie and I talk about this all the time, you know, I'd rather learn from it and smooth it over so everybody comes out ahead rather than one person figure they won at the other's expense.
Is being wise or wounded choice.
Something like that.
You're the one who said that.
I inherited that one.
Okay.
Making it sound like I know what I'm doing.
Angel 292. Can I get a reading? Is there still space on the list? Yes. Angel 292, are you still here? Killing it with kindness. I don't like the killing it with kindness. I'm living it with love. I will react for my best interest.
Yeah, that's a win-win attitude. So, well, wait a minute there. Your best interest, don't forget the other one.
Well, exactly. If people are saying negative things to you, remember it's their negativity, not yours.
Oh, very good.
They're projecting their anger, their fear, and all on you. If you want to accept it, that's your choice. But I would say be wise about that. Don't be wounded.
My notepad.
Sounds like you got a whole book there you're messing with.
Ooh, I like you, Kevin. No one is your enemy.
Yeah.
Except the guy that owes me money.
He's also your teacher.
Exactly. Okay. And Bounty says, sometimes we get in our own way. Beware of that.
I don't think it's sometimes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think it's more often than we really care to think about.
Yeah. And I think it's when your left brain and right brain are fighting constantly. And what did you say going through I can't remember. It was earlier today. Anyway, the grist or something like that.
Totally Blue Lagoon. I get that. I'm with you on that.
It's not included, then that will cause friction. So I have
You want everybody to come out better than you all went into it.
Highest and greatest good for everyone this affects, directly or indirectly. Angel 292, are you here?
That'd make a good bumper sticker. No one is your worst.
What?
enemy.
Scott's coming up with
That-
new ways to make some more income.
I think this is our new bumper sticker. No one is your enemy. We can sell those like
Oh,
for
good.
$50
More
each.
income.
I'm sure they'll sell
Yeah,
like
right.
hotcakes.
Only on certain certain groups right now, I'm just saying. Okay. 292, I guess you're not here. Who's next? Anybody popping in? How you doing, Bounty?
Bounty was talking about getting in our own way. I think we do that all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially if you've had tequila.
You drink
Well, I was reading
tequila?
Bounty's note here. Sometimes we get in our own way, and I said, especially if we've had tequila.
Yeah, that's why I was asking you. You drink tequila. Okay, so what happened with your au contraire? I'm okie dokie. How are you all?
That just makes me
Indeed.
laugh to hear you say that. I just love the way that sounds.
What?
Au contraire.
Au
I haven't had
contraire?
a chance to say it. I can't disagree with anybody today.
You're on the list right now.
Go for it, kid.
Yeah, whatever you like. And we missed you on Tuesday too. Always loved having you come in. It's been a while.
They're saying your cup is full.
And KK.
FYI, I don't know where that's
Oh, your
coming
cup's
from.
full.
The what?
Kevin, just
He's-
getting in my own way is my own job in the process.
He's good. He comes on a lot of clever stuff.
Yes, they're talking about you, Kevin. Talk up. He's fine with it. He's the comedy relief.
I'm sorry, who's?
We're talking about Kevin.
My job.
General reading for Miss.
Okay, look out for
Luana.
what you asked for.
Right.
I'm hearing they're going to give it to you with both barrels. It will be loving, of course. I'm waiting. They're loading the weapon. It's funny. They're showing me a shotgun. You know how you break those things in the middle and you put the shells in, and they're firing it in the air, but flowers are coming out of the end of it.
Oh, that's
I have
nice.
no idea what to do with this yet. Give me a minute. Talk amongst yourselves if you have something to.
Do you get anything for her, Kirby?
I think sometimes we get into a situation where we might know what we want, but we don't know necessarily how to provide it or how to build it on those kind of realms. And sometimes when we can learn to let go a little bit, and that can look different for different people. It might be letting go means I'm not married to an outcome. It might mean letting go means that I don't have to know. I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to know how it's going to end before I get started. I just have to kind of do something. It's very different, but sometimes letting the spirit lead and being willing to follow that path, whatever it looks like at that moment, is huge.
It's funny, as Kirby was talking, and I mentioned that shotgun shooting flowers out of the end of it. It's a reminder to you, put your gun away and go in with that we've been talking about. It seems to be a theme this morning, the win-win thing. Don't go in with your guns blazing. You're getting there. You're learning this. I think you've had some run-ins where it didn't work and you're going, wait a minute, let's try this a different way. But you're starting to master that concept of going in with soft voice, kind words, and a general intent for everybody to come out on a higher level all the way around. So what I'm getting at, this is more of a clarification or validation for you. I think you're doing the right stuff. You're taking the right approach. That's my sense. Until they give me something better. But I like that. You've got a very soft, what do I want to say, loving energy about you. They're saying don't. Oh, I know what it is. You're mad at yourself. You think you should be more mean. No, you're on the right
No.
track. You keep thinking you messed up. You haven't. You're doing just the opposite. You're doing better than you realize. And I think this is interaction with individuals in your life. You're frustrated because you take that approach. You know it's the right way, but things seemingly get turned upside down, and you're going, "What the heck? Why isn't this working?" But they say keep doing what you're doing. In the long run, you'll come out ahead. Does that make sense? I'm waiting for validation here.
Well, there is a delay, and like Bounty said, there's 3 different audio levels because there's 3 different electronic platforms being used. So yeah, and I'm not talking our channels.
I just figured out what to do with my ceramics room. Turned it into a studio.
What?
I was talking about, we're talking about microphones and stuff. I realized that other studio I've got out there, we can turn into a studio. And act like we know what we're doing.
Well, that would be fun. I've never seen that. Anyway. So what is the yes about? What is the
I guess we're right. Again.
perfect sense? Yeah, and there was a reading done on Tuesday where we saw a grandmother come in, and we were doing a group reading, sort of like we're doing here. Anyway, the grandmother came in, and one of her concentrations for her granddaughter was for her to have self-unconditional love. But what she had said before that was that she's giving too much away. She's being too kind, overgiving, and people are taking advantage. So when it came time to unconditional love, she gave her 2 things. One I remember, and is okay. A smile and a hug. That's all they need for unconditional love. No more, no less, just 2 simple things. And that's all that other person needs. Or that's all you need to give them of unconditional love. And I can tell you, the smile this young lady had was so brilliant. That's one of the first things I noticed when she came on in class was her smile. It was very contagious. So when you feel that you need to be tougher, just limit yourself, set your boundaries.
We're talking about boundaries here. You don't have to get walked on. And there's a phrase that's coming to me that I had a lot of resentment about the sender in the time, but you can use the phrase, that doesn't work for me. And you simply have stated your position. You haven't told anybody they're right or wrong or, go to heck. I would just tell you, it's okay to not let people take advantage of you. The distinction is realizing, wait a minute, where's Jess? Not my pig, not my farm. That kind of thing.
Yes.
Too. So don't feel like you've got to get goaded into something. And it's okay, just not today, but thank you anyway. I learned that with this business I'm in. I get cold calls all the time, somebody trying to tell me something. And in the beginning, I felt bad saying no. So, as I got older, I say, no, not interested. But it still bothers me to say it. But anyway, it's okay. Not interested, thank you. I love you anyway.
Yep.
Unfortunately, folks, I have to run off to save the world and treat some animals, so I'm going to have to sign off. It's been a pleasure being with you guys today, though. That's been fantastic, and I hope that I was able to provide a little extra insights and help.
Oh, you did. You stole the show.
Yeah. And if you want to do it sometime again, we might be able to start a little earlier because we have about an hour in between. If we started earlier, then I'm sure they'd come in too, now that they know you're here, because Jess really appreciated it. And others as well. So
Not my oddity, not my carnival. That's a good one too.
All right, folks. Thanks very much. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Come back, come back.
thank you.
We can't live without you.
And I'm going to head into the other room. In between, I will do my best to get some commercials going.
Hey, one thought here about Melissa.
Well,
Yeah. I didn't realize her son was over his cancer treatment. There's so much to do on that rings a bell with me. I didn't realize there was a son with cancer treatment going on.
Oh, we've talked about this. She's been in a couple times, so glad. I hope you've been using the turkey tail and
was
other
amazing.
things.
I've got a little story about that for myself. It was simple.
So I might be walking while he's talking.
No,
Go ahead
I
and
was
talk.
just talking
I'll do the
about that turkey tail mushroom. I've got capsules and I've got a liquid. And there was some spots on my arm somebody called my attention to. I thought, okay, so I put some turkey tail on. I was getting ready to call my dermatologist, and be danged, they were gone the next morning. It was just crazy.
Well, and the other thing is you had that operation on your eye, and you most likely didn't need it.
Yeah, and I never was sure, but next time I'll be smarter.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to hit the commercials, and then I'm going to be back in the other room. So let me find which ones I want to. I know it's changes, but
Pam,
you
if
can
you
do
want to see
this.
Kirby tomorrow,
You
come
can-
earlier.
Okay.
You can get a taste of what he does.
Oh. Yep.
Well, good morning, and what a fine one it is. I was going to do the drawing today of the 3 energy sources and tell you which one Spirit has in store for you today, but I was called to give you a different message, and that is simply this. You are amazing. You are one of a kind. You were created to be you and nobody else, and you live in your light, walk in your power, and make sure you own yourself and your decisions. Don't let anybody steal your thunder and joy, especially today. Remember, you are.
Almighty hello, beautiful ones. This is Julie with Love Riot Warriors, and today's tidbit, which is the master of yourself can and only be yourself. If you choose to allow someone else's mastery over you, then you lose your power. Accept who you are for you. You are a divine creation. Take back your love, power, energy, magic, and light of which you are made. Embrace your divinity and the creator within. If this tidbit resonates with you, please like and share its message. If you have any questions, please comment below, and remember to rise above. Hello.
Okay, back to normalcy.
No, not yet.
We have echoes. This one? Not this one off.
I thought you did that.
I need this off.
Testing.
Can yours?
Yeah, can you hear us okay? Please let us know that
Pam,
we're
answer your question. 7 o'clock, LOL.
okay. I'm double checking.
Then you can get a dose.
Hopefully everybody can hear us.
If you can't hear us, let us know. Should we go with a
Hello.
sign?
Hello.
Can you hear us? Paper.
They were here. They're still here. So, okay.
Okay, they can hear us.
Back, sorry, I had a phone call.
Got a Blossom. Good
Yes,
sound. Okay,
thank
all
you,
right.
Blossom.
Yay.
Thank you. The
Okay.
first high is always free.
That's
No,
to,
it's not free. Anyway,
that's to suck you in to come back for
Yeah.
more.
he had bone cancer. Yes, I do remember. I'm glad that he's doing better. And I'm Melissa. I know we're not reading you per se right this second, but I'm hearing lifestyle
Mm.
and nutrition, lifestyle, exercise going forward, pure, organic,
As pure as you can get.
as pure as you can get, organic, and one other thing. What are they saying? And enlightened. Those are the words that I'm getting.
I'm seeing smoke. As in, he's in a cloud of smoke. So either somebody should stop smoking, don't get around smoke. Just as you were talking, I just
Right.
it's like somebody exhaling or being in a room full of smoke. Do with that what you will. Eliminate the smoke if there's any smoke. Are you
Yeah.
burning dinner?
Well, you would understand that better than we would. But I'm not coughing yet, and they're going to make me cough. Oh, they're going to make me cough. No. So yeah, I'm getting the same thing you do.
Something about smoke.
Yeah.
Either around somebody who's doing it or doing it themselves. Smoking the wrong stuff.
Well,
Don't smoke
no
anything.
smoking. Yeah. Putting that heat into your body as hot as it gets. I mean, that first puff of whatever, it doesn't matter if it's vape. It's still
Oh, I didn't go there.
terrible.
That's what
Terrible,
it looks
terrible,
like. It's dense
Vape.
smoke.
Yeah.
The thing I heard the other day, which hit me, was with all the pollution in our food, water, air, the cells suck that in, and the nutrients can't get in because all the pollution's in the way. So,
Yeah.
FYI. Okay, well, that's not a good idea.
I'm working. I'm at work. They frown on that. And yeah, I would be careful. Me, they all smoke. Oh my goodness.
Who's they? The whole family?
The family smokes. Yeah. And I'm hearing purity, pure air. They want purity. And it's just.
Well, there will be
Yeah.
consequences for the mistakes. I don't
Well,
know how to say it.
you keep doing the same things
Yeah.
over and over again and expecting a
Yes.
different result.
Yes,
It's
yes,
called
yes.
insanity.
Yeah.
That's the definition. And I know if they all smoke and it's like, do you want him back in the hospital again? Come on, people.
Yeah.
If you won't do it for yourselves, do it for him. Okay?
Kirby was telling me a story. He gets frustrated with some of his clients because they have a condition. He goes to see them. And Kirby comes to your house, by the way. And
In the Phoenix,
in
Arizona.
And they say, I have this condition. And Kirby says, well, you need to do this and this and this. And they say, I don't really feel like it today. So why are we doing this? Take two if it's edible? Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Wade. Appreciate that. And we still haven't met because we haven't had a market. And today was supposed to be a readathon day. However, due to circumstances beyond our control, we've chosen to go for April Fool's Day for readathon.
That makes sense.
And that's not a joke. That's just to have a great old time.
I think it's time for a new girlfriend.
No, his girlfriend smoke. Oh, yeah. She's not worthy. I'm sorry.
Well, she doesn't value herself if she's doing that to herself.
No. And she doesn't value him
Yes.
because, believe me, as all of you know, I had a 35-year relationship. The addictions of the ex started affecting me physically in about 2007. And from then on, it increased. And his caring about anything decreased. He didn't care about anybody, himself included. So that's why the relationship has ended, because I'm more important. So,
That's interesting. Caring about yourself. That's a key phrase to me. You know, and it's amazing how many, the more work we do this way, how many people have that lack of concern for themselves. Like I don't know whether it's a worthy thing or I don't give a heck or I don't know where that comes from, but it's rampant.
well, and yeah, it was sort of what we were talking about earlier. Even though we attract, we don't want.
Don't get too close.
Well, but it's something we have to deal with on our own, as far as that's concerned.
Nobody's coming to help you. Nobody's showing up to save you.
Yeah, but if you make the choice to smoke and drink and all that stuff, that's your choice.
You know, choices. A couple of gals in my life this week were personal issues, and one just the light went off, and she got it, and she's on a tear to correct course.
Good.
As opposed, it was fascinating to be part of that. And then I was reading ahead last Saturday, and then there's another counterpart, a little wishy-washy. You know, it's interesting that those who take off like a rocket. What we saw last week.
Well,
You know, and it's just
yes, with Davey and and what you saw of me when I began and what I'm doing now, but we all go through those waves where we're doubting ourselves. I know you do, and I do. We all doubt ourselves. But what is for our highest and greatest good, here and now? That's why I'm not drinking these days. I'm limiting the salt. I always have. Yes, I know that there's studies out there that Japanese are a lot healthier and they a lot more salt. But we grow up with the food here, so our metabolism is different than theirs.
Evolution would do that too.
Yeah, evolution. Exactly.
Sense.
Exactly. Ancestral and everything that we've been through, our bodies and
so let's all go hang
everything
out.
But yeah, I can't eat that much salt. I don't like to eat the rice.
Well, then if you, because I've got a craving for it.
What, rice?
No,
or
the salt.
Okay.
The salt, but I eat the mineralized salt. I don't eat the regular table salt.
I don't eat table salt. The worst salt I have is Himalayan and the
And that's
big salt.
not the word there. Celtic salt is good.
Yeah, I haven't found it to buy it. So.
It's Sprouts has it.
Okay,
Hidden back in the corner.
I'll have to get some of that because I keep hearing about it. So, yes, and Angel, we've called your name a few times.
Okay, who can we?
We can go to Angel 292 again, since she's back. And John, I've got you on the list too. There's been a few people who haven't posted. Somebody who's been in here a while, and Rwana, did we get to Rwana?
We did.
Okay, that's right. So
With enthusiasm.
yeah, and so now it's Angel 292's turn. But if anybody's been hanging out and wants to read, like Kevin and Bounty and whatever. Okay. So this is, can I get a read? Is there still space on this? Angel 292?
Female.
Yes.
I'm hearing hesitant. What are you hesitant about, my dear? Hesitant.
I'll make sure I get it.
I'm not sure I should do this as the next phrase I'm hearing, but I really want to do it. But there's some misgivings in your energy about this thing you want to do, because a program running in your head, I want to go childhood, religion, something, has told you it's sinful to do this. And I'm not getting that that's the case. It's just your perception of the action is what you're struggling with. And in your world, they're saying be an adult. Don't go on somebody else's values. If it aligns with your value system, it's okay, as long as it's not hurting somebody else. And what else am I getting? I don't get that what this thing is you're struggling to deal with is, what would I say, that controversial, but you have some energy around it that you're dealing with. It's like standing on the end of a diving board on a high dive. And somewhere in your life, you've been told it's sinful to jump off of that high dive. But you're standing on the edge of the board. You'd really like to jump off that high dive and go head first into the water just because of the thrill of the fall and whatnot. And I think I'm not getting anything horrible, terrible. They're saying you will learn from the experience. If you're going to get into this experience, get into it with everything you've got and don't let the misgivings of others be your guide. There again, just if it's not going to hurt anybody else and you learn from it, I see no harm in it at all. As long as it's, I don't know if it's illegal or not, but that's, you take that risk. Adult life is unlearning the ways of the world. Absolutely. You get programmed for the first 25 years and spend the rest of your life trying to unprogram.
Yes. I wanted to know what is going on financially and job-wise, please. We are now completely broke. No job or business opportunities. Starting to lose hope.
Well, my first question is, we have people standing on street corners all over the place around here. That's their job. I'm not making light of that. It's a choice. We've got help wanted signs all over town.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where the people are. I guess everybody's working from home or trying to make money online. But come to Phoenix. I mean, you might start out slinging hamburgers, but I'm going to give you another story. One of my trucks was getting washed one day. We can't run them through a car wash because of the racks. The plumber involved in the situation was washing the truck at a self-serve place. And a kid walks up to him and basically asks, "Can I help you?" for tips. This kid was 17. And long story short, this kid's parents had died. He was living alone. He was in high school. And he was totally on his own and was working for tips to help people clean their cars. So my plumber helped him, paid him. The kid's next ambition was to get to Walmart. He couldn't wait to get to Walmart. That was his next dream. He apparently somehow was managing to live in his own apartment. But where I'm going with this is Amazon is hiring for drivers. I've got a flyer right here that just came through the mail. And it's $22 an hour, they're saying. I mean, it's not a fortune, but it's better than starting. I'm saying do something. Don't just sit and wallow, and do something and then open your head. I've been there. That's why I can say this. I was doing handyman work just to eat at one point in my life. It was either that or sit and do nothing. So I thought, well, I'm going to do something, because you don't know what that's going to lead to. So don't sit there wallowing, my dear. Get out and, but it's interesting. They keep saying call on angels. You've got somebody who could help you. Just but you're wallowing. You've got an attitude thing stuck. You're feeling sorry for yourself, and they're saying this is just a lesson in evolution. Too many words. So go be happy. Go wash cars.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, whatever works for you. I know a gal. She does. I know her through a circumstance. She's out of money. Her passion is to clean things. She likes to organize. So I've got a pile of crud in a building out here. I said, go clean that. And she's doing it. So
Cool.
where there's a will, there's a way. You've got some talent you can take advantage of. And I don't know where you live or what's going on, but there are people who are looking for help all over this valley here in Phoenix. It's weird.
Wherever you're at, we're not sure.
Yeah.
Were you the ones that are trying to move to New Zealand or something? But yeah, just one step at a time. So it's not time to, I mean, what I'm hearing is where you are right now is where the lessons are and what needs to be completed. And man,
But
I'm
don't
here
sit and
for
wallow.
him.
Get up and do something. Live. What's that phrase after a number? Love many, trust few, paddle your own canoe. Nobody's coming to save you. And I say that lovingly, only because it was told to me. And I'm going, huh? The cavalry is not coming.
And My messages are not reaching you. What do you mean your messages
We're
aren't
seeing
reaching you?
292s come through.
Yeah, that is it. So what other messages do you have besides what you're posting?
I'm not sure. She might be telling somebody else.
No, she's talking to us. So,
Anyway,
yeah, I had something.
was it 292 that's not who's out of money? Isn't that, are we talking
Yeah,
about that part?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
I'm not posting them. You're not seeing what I'm posting.
she's
I
not
wanted to
hearing.
know what is going on financially and job wise. We are now completely broke. No job or business opportunities. Starting to lose hope.
Where are you, my dear? Where are you?
Yeah, we keep asking.
I think we're talking to each other. So
That song is from Michael Jackson. That he's saying. So we're talking to her, and she's talking to.
Dolores Cannon's good.
Yeah, very good.
Good point, Jess. Don't forget to ask. I'm guilty of that. I keep assuming they're going to.
One foot on my path, and that's movement, not stagnation. Movement is change. Jumped out moments. Scott spoke up. Hello, Scooter Bam.
You came slithering in here last minute.
Whoa. Scooting in here.
Scooting.
Not slithering in. Scooting it.
Scooting.
Just because it's the year of the state, she's Scooter Bam.
So anyway, hope that helped. Do something. Do something today. Amazon's waiting.
There's so much out there. Yeah.
I mean, it may not be your dream job, but for Pete's sakes, don't wait until you're standing on a street corner and got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Want another quickie here?
Blossom said they wanted it. I think Blossom. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Blossom.
Ms. Blossom.
Oh, wait. Hold on. John Smith was first. So John Smith will be the last one today. Busy today. Busy. It's a Friday. Have a great weekend, Payne. So are you busy today?
John, what you got? Question or?
Yeah, are you still here, John? If not, we're going to go to Blossom. But please come in quickly because Gabriel is chomping at the bit. Yes. Okay. What type of reading? Just general, highest, greatest? I don't do generals, but highest, greatest? Okay. Blossom says general. Anything you get. Okay.
Doing?
John Smith.
This is Blossom.
No, John Smith first because John Smith was here before Blossom. Got it. So.
John Smith. Oh, we've had him before.
Yes.
Mayflower. Jamestown. They're saying sharpen your knives. Are you a butcher? Sharpen your knives. You know how if you ever watch a butcher sharpen a knife, they got one thing in one hand and
that's called a steel.
Yeah. Looks scary because it looks like they're going to slice their hand. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
But sharpen your knives. Clean cut.
Yeah, a clean cut. That's what I'm getting too. Clean, clear, concise cut. To cut people out of your life that no longer serve.
Ooh, I didn't go there.
I mean, that's what that kept going.
Yeah.
Because knives.
Sure.
Yeah.
Slice and dice.
I'm not hearing I'm not hearing that part. It's clean and concise. Just be very accurate, very precise in.
Would that be like in verbally responding to somebody? Be very precise in what your words are to them. Don't be vague. Don't be forceful. But
that would be clear and concise.
Yeah.
Yes, but the precision of the knife itself. Be very precise in what cuts you make. You don't want to overcut, and you don't want to undercut. cut.
Yeah, just be right on the line.
Yeah, very precise, very
I
clear.
don't know if that makes any sense to you,
Cut
but that's what we're
The
doing.
old chains I get for you at the moment. So we got the cut. We definitely
I want to go something to do at work.
cut out the bad fruit of your, wow. All these cuts, cutting the bad fruit off of your tree to grow you tall. Oh, I like that. Not at all slow, Jess. You move at your own pace. Yeah. Okay. Anything else for John Smith? And I just keep hearing, take the bull by the horns.
He's not paying attention to something.
Right. He needs to.
You're afraid to make the move.
And I'm here. Be here and now and do what needs to be done. Done. Yeah.
You know, it's that phrase, if not now, when? You know, if something needs to be done. Monstera?
Monster or Monstera?
Monstera.
Monstera.
Might be a plant. Okay.
I see it like a precautionary. Yes. Yes.
Walk on tender feet, they're saying. So, but walk tall. Don't walk stooped over. Don't walk in a hesitant nature or withdrawn. So I play with that. I think you got it. I don't have details in my head.
And even though we've been talking au contraire today, they're saying be confident, not contrary.
And I see a lot of confidence in the sharpening of the knives.
Yes.
Like he's got strong energy. Like, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Here we go. Rambas.
Well, why am I still getting your messages if they're not coming through?
We aren't talking to Angel, right?
I know, but she popped in and said my
We are.
messages are getting through. I'm getting them. I don't know why she's not seeing it. Okay. Bless that man, Ramdas. Ramdas was I love this. Okay.
So I hope that helps you.
Conscious.
You have been. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm seeing a new attitude coming at you. If you
Yes.
haven't, then
Yes.
at least that's what we're picking up.
And I don't know what your sign is, and they're suggesting possibly Leo. However, what they're saying is March. March to me is a very tomorrow. It begins March, and we're in a new moon, and the new moon is in Pisces, and we're in Pisces. But what they're saying is March is you're getting your marching orders in March. So be ready, be prepared, sharpen the knives. And you were talking earlier about the gun, having the gun, and even if it's shooting flowers, this is our marching orders: shooting flowers, shooting love.
Oh, that's a nice take.
And that's for all of us.
I'm a Leo.
Oh, Restream has been playing a whole lot of tricks. I'm just saying. So I'm a Leo too, and I don't know where your where Mercury is in your chart, John Smith, but this is what I'm getting is Mars. March is huge for us, along with Taurus and Virgo. But those are my three main signs.
So you want to stop 11 or we'll go to 11:15?
Oh, we're stopping now?
No, it's up. I don't mind going another 15 if you want.
Well, we're just going to say goodbye to John and thank you. If there's going to be a war, tomorrow's March, yes, or something. But there's a war, but what we're talking about is we're shooting flowers and love, not shooting.
Going back to the 60s.
Yeah, but not getting ourselves caught.
That didn't work.
And in Kent now. But this is the time to be spreading love throughout the world. That's the kind of ammunition, but believe me, it's going to work. I mean, the 60s, there were a whole lot. So thank you, John. There, the spiritual war going on for a while. Exactly.
Yeah.
But the huge marching orders come in starting basically now. Remember, the planets are aligned today. That's why I'm wearing my Cosmic Feeling shirt, is because the age of Aquarius, we have so much energy going on, and it's the end of leap year. But still, believe. Take the leap and believe. Thank you, guys. And I'm going to move back. And Gabriel.
Oh, we want to do this? Okay.
Well, don't we usually?
Yeah, we do. I didn't know if you want to extend today.
No, I
Okay.
would rather get.
We can do that. Interesting, they're playing the song, or they're reiterating marching orders. We wish to explain our concern at the words just being used, pronounced marching orders. Those are indicative of many who wish to control. Those at the top choose to be at the top out of their need to be directive of outcomes, when sometimes the outcomes aren't good for the masses, they're only good for the individuals. We wish you to consider the term marching orders in your persona on a daily basis to mean all of those you encounter. You are wishing them well on their marching journey as well as your own. Don't include yourself as the, shall we say, the officer in the center of the intersection, telling everyone which way to go. Give people options and allow them to consider the ramifications of their choices. That's the purpose of the journey you're on. If you all knew the answers before you came, there would be no point in coming to the journey. The journey, if we may be explicit, is never ending. It's never set in concrete. It's never as you think it's going to be. The outcome is monumental or momentous because you don't know how it's going to end. And there's always a surprise twist in the plot. We guarantee that. Never will a journey end with your anticipation, i.e. the love interest situation. How often have you entered a relationship with the expectation of the outcome being this or that, and to your sudden awareness, that doesn't take place. There's a sudden shift in energies. There's a sudden shift in information. Backgrounds aren't as they presented. Interaction energetically is not as you anticipated. Don't let the endorphins and the dopamines get in your way. Keep a clear eye, keep your vision straight, and keep looking down the road, and just watch the traffic as it comes. You don't have to anticipate what's around the corner. You will soon find out, but do it with joyous attitude and child wonderment. We will leave you with that thought. Be the child that you are, and we want to remind you that you are that child, but you forget because you get lost in your adult world. Open your eyes, have fun at the fair, and eat lots of cotton candy. Blessings to you all. We are the Gabriel Collective. Until we meet again. Ta-da.
Yep.
Good.
Yes, we are not the commanders. None of us are the commanders. We are.
I forgot
The
that,
marchers.
Kevin. You're right. A broken clock is right 2 times a day. I haven't heard that one for a while. True.
Yeah.
And today was a blast. It always is.
Yeah, it was great to have Kirby in here. Hopefully he'll come a couple more times.
And Jess, you start feeling stuff. Stop thinking. And
Well,
let-
she's overthinking her feelings.
that sounds like a collision.
It is. I can tell you that as somebody who has that,
Stop
as
thinking.
a clairsentient,
Yeah. A lot of boycotts.
romanticized life.
I can't think of any
Yes, you
more
are, Chuck.
hilarious to say. I gave you my best stuff today, people.
Don't you give us your best stuff
I
every
try.
day?
Well, I was on alert because Kirby was here. I was trying to impress him. So,
And how many times do we say to ourselves, right? Be your authentic you. Right, Mr. Scott?
always. Well,
It's not
I
what
have,
you-
I have to share
Yes.
because relationships I've been in of late, recent years, I am more now who I am than I have been in a long, long time, because I got nothing to lose.
Well, and it's not, now you finally are figuring out that you complete yourself. Nobody else can.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I'm there yet.
No, I said you're figuring it out.
Yeah,
You're getting closer to that.
I see the
moment.
process, and I'm having a lot of fun. You see me say all these stupid things I say here. I'm enjoying that. I hope I don't appear too infantile, but I do mean well. I do wish you all well, and I'm willing to help anybody that's got an issue that we can help clear for you, because we learn from you guys too.
Yes, all of you.
That you're our reason for living. So the reason we get out of bed.
So Pam, have a great time tomorrow. Hopefully you'll get here early enough to have a acupuncture session.
Yeah, it'll be thrilling.
Yeah,
It might even help your personality. I know her. I can say.
I know she's such a sweetheart too. I love her. And I won't be here because I have a feeling the pins and needles will be flying. And yeah, when I've had a acupuncture, it's been in a single room. So, and they do fly. So I have to be careful who I'm around when those needles
no,
start
they don't.
flying.
Have you seen them fly? They just fall out.
No.
You've seen them fly?
They've flown off of me.
Ooh, what kind of person are you?
Very energetic. I have so
I
much
haven't
energy.
seen that. I haven't.
Yeah.
I know. I've had them just sort of like blink.
I've heard them fall.
Oh, really?
And then the practitioner would come in and, why are the needles on the floor? They flew off. And then she'd use another one to see. And they'd go flying again.
Seriously?
Yeah. She goes, you're right. They're flying.
Multiple personalities.
No. It has nothing to do with
Start
that.
calling you Sybil.
It's because of the vibrations that I have in my body. I have so much energy going on.
You must be hard to live with.
Why are you doing it negative way? Very energetic, very
Well, I was thinking of frenetic
vibrations.
energy.
frenetic.
Frenetic?
Frenetic.
Frenetic. If you have that much energy. Well, that's why I enjoy working with you. You're so unpredictable.
Am I really?
No.
No.
I know what horrible things to say to you, and I know you know.
Like you tell me you hate me all the time. And Kirby says you're saying that to him. And I said, yeah. I just told him I love you too. And let it go.
So anyway.
Thank you guys for coming in. This is the end of February. This is the end of leap year. And tomorrow is the beginning of March. It is new moon energy. The planets are aligned. I mean, so many things happening in and around everything. So I am so see the whole bright.
Thanks for putting up with us.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Energy. Yeah. She's hanging out at shooting galleries. LOL. You know, I have not been at a shooting gallery ever in my life.
Haven't you? Even the little amusement park ones? You know, where the
I
ducks fall
say-
over in the little.
Is that the duck one?
Oh, they have little ducks and they have little birds, and they hit them with a little BB gun, and the ducks fall over.
Oh, maybe when I was a kid. Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for coming in. We appreciate you. Have a great time, and happy birthday to all Pisces. And Scott says Scooter Pam.
Sassy Scott. Ooh. There's a new name for a show.
Sassy Scott.
It could be the
Joyful
after hour
Judy.
show. Yeah. And Pam could be my sidekick.
Oh, there you go. Scooter Pam. Or other Pam.
Oh, I was looking at.
Oh, Pam
She was
Short.
getting even with me.
Sassy Scott. Okay.
Blessings to you all.
Couldn't be hard to live with. Oh, okay. Thank you. I'll take that. But thank you guys so much. Please remember to rise above with love and make your own marching orders.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah. I know I say things for a reason. I just never know what it is. Thank you guys for coming in. Oops, I got to change my files.
Perfect
What?
idea. Jess and Kevin are going to open for this show, for the Sassy Scott show. That'll be our warm-up act.
Sounds good. Hey, what's in between New York and Tennessee? And book the dates. I'll work the background. I'll be the Roz and take care of things.
We can get a Coliseum.
Yeah. Not too big. I think someplace that they do folk music. To me, that sounds like a good start.
Celebrity theater in the round.
Yeah, that might do though. Yeah. But I'm just saying something in between Tennessee and New York because we'll have to travel. We're going to travel
That's
the
true.
world.
We got to get this movement going.
Thank you guys so much for coming in. We appreciate you. And let's see what I can do here. I have to get the right stuff going. Have a great weekend. Sorry.